Good morning, this is Genuinely LAS, and today I am back joining the OT Publishing Hyundai Coupe Cup with Toyo Tires to answer one very simple question. What do you need to do to turn a Hyundai Coupe road car into a fully fledged race car? I think I might just know the right person to ask that question.
Now, before we begin, we should make a quick note on the differences in the race format between Silverstone and Snetterton. At Snetterton, we had two different sprint races, whereas at Silverstone this weekend, we have one 40-minute endurance race. You still qualify for it in the morning, but it's one single race with a mandatory pit stop where you have to stay stationary for 60 seconds, or you're probably going to get a pretty chunky penalty.
Another little fun fact, the Hyundai Coupe Cup is part of the BARC Club weekend, which is really cool because it means that not only do you get to watch the Hyundai Coupe Cup in all its fury and glory, there's a variety of different racing series around at the same time, which means you get to see a variety of really cool cars, road cars and also race cars. It works for the experience. I think it makes it a great weekend out. So even if you're super passionate about the Hyundais, come to a BARC meeting. I'm sure you'll find something that you're really passionate about and can really get involved in. It is a really cool weekend. So Darren, can you tell me through all the modifications you make to this from road to race car?
Yeah, certainly. If I start under the bonnet, I mean, basically they don't really make a lot of change really. Change the exhaust pipe, obviously.
Yeah.
The air intake's obviously changed. We don't do the big box, so that's gone.
Yeah.
Fire extinguisher obviously under the bonnet, and obviously in the car for you as the driver to protect you.
Yeah.
Bonnet catches, not the usual bonnet catch.
Yeah.
Race wheels.
Yep.
Roll cage. And FIA specified seat.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Suspension is different.
Yeah.
Brakes are obviously different.
Yeah.
We use the same brake pads, but as opposed to the same brake discs,
yeah,
but it's CBC brake pads.
Okay.
So there's a lot more sharper on the pedals, so actually when you're applying the brake, it's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But apart from that, the car is pretty much as standard.
Yeah.
Rear wing, obviously, help the backside stick to the ground as best as we possibly can.
Lovely.
But yeah, no airbags. All the airbags have gone out of the car.
Yeah.
Complete stripped interior. So you've got the fire extinguisher. Dashboard's very slightly different. No radio in there. Around the side,
yeah.
better. Yeah, as you can see, you've got the fire extinguisher, which obviously does under the bonnet.
Yeah.
And the pull switch for yourself and for the marshals. Mm-hmm. No carpets, so no luxury.
Yeah, no carpet.
Plenty of tin noise. That's about it, really.
The back of the field to indicate we're ready to go racing here at Silverstone for the OT Publishing Coupe Cup with Toyo Tires. We are indeed away and racing for 40 minutes here at Silverstone National. Good start for Stacchini Antonello in the number 28 car. You can't miss that car. The big almost stock car style number on the side of it will lead the field down to Beckett's for the first time. Johnny Rocket holding on to second place there. There's a bit of a lock-up as they go into Beckett's. I think the number 51 of Mayor Lofton and Bailey has started well. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide as they come out of onto the Wellington. The number 5 machine, the bright purple and yellow car piloted by Michael Evans, was also in the mix. There's been a change at the front of the order. Antonello has lost the lead as they head into Brooklands for the first time. Through all of that, I think it's the number 19 of Johnny Rocket that's come through. Yes, it is. So Johnny Rocket up to the front of the order, side by side for second place there. Out there, I think that was over 4th place. And here challenging once again. Well, in some ways, we hope that this race calms down soon, because 40 minutes of this is going to be quite exhausting for everybody, whether they're out there on the circuit or watching from the sidelines. Good defence from Rocket, will have the inside line, but if the number 51 is going to stay there, there's going to need to be racing room given, and is the number 12 is up to 12th place. Into Copse Corner then, start of lap number 3. Mayloughlin and Bailey Carr, the number 51, did have the lead just over start finish, but Rocket has the inside line through the first turn. Change for 10th place, running up past Fletcher and through now, finally, goes the number 51. Out wide is Stacchini Antonello onto the grass, losing a number of positions, falling from 3rd. I think he's going to be all the way down to at least 7th place there. That's one of the cars that we mentioned has had a trip to the gravel. Here's Mark Ridout going down the inside for 2nd place here on Johnny Rocket. Will have a good run through Beckett's and onto the Wellington straight. Looks like Ridout is trying to set up a move into Beckett's corner. In fact, he's more than setting up a move into Beckett's on the inside. Mark Ridout to the lead of the race. Got a great run out of Copse Corner. Nothing much that Mayloughlin or Bailey could do there. Well, he's not quite sure which of the two of them are in the car at the moment. In fact, that's a great return from the number 51 car. Was drafted back through, retakes the lead as they go down the Wellington straight. And all the while, closing in, Johnny Rocket in the number 19 there, and Stacchini Antonello as well. It's a 4-car group at the front of the field, clear of the rest by about 1.7, 1.88 seconds at the moment. Off course a bit. Getting his side mirrors and put him off. Mark Ridout slowed down the Wellington straight there, and through goes Rocket with relative ease into 2nd spot. I hope there's not a problem for Mark Ridout out there, because he's now being challenged for 3rd place by Stacchini Antonello. Oh, is off there. That's the number 3 car. That's the Holmes and Winter Class X machine, beached in the gravel. Just try and establish where that is, as into the pits there. I think that was Michael Evans in the number 5 car heading to pit lane. It's a bit of drama there on lap number 12. Driver hailing from Norwich, very close at the front of the order. Stacchini Antonello is is going to inherit the lead of the race here, because in comes the number 51 of Mayloughlin and Bailey. Now we see into the pit lane the race leader. So that was a long, long run for Stacchini Antonello. But now comes in to serve the pit stop that everybody is doing in this race. Was the lead for Stacchini Antonello when the number 28 came into pit lane. Defensive line once again from the 51 of Mayloughlin and Bailey. Mark Ridout's going to try that same move again that he did, or attempted 1 lap ago. But this is where he needs the horsepower. This is where he needs the 2-litre engine in his number 2 Hyundai Coupe to really sing, to try and go around the outside and take that 3rd place. It's all playing into the hands as well of Johnny Rocket, because he's just quietly getting on with things at the moment. A side-by-side for 3rd place between the number 51 and Mark Ridout. Mark Ridout will have the inside line as he goes through Lovefield Corner, and surely will take 3rd place. Really good stuff from Mark Ridout. Back onto the podium. can now try and set about catching Johnny Rocket ahead to try and at least match his best performance of the year so far. Changes afoot. We haven't seen actually the number 28 back out on circuit to confirm what position that it's in. Meanwhile, still fighting are Mark Ridout, number 51 of Mayor Loughnan and Bailey. That's some 6 seconds behind now. Such has been the pace of these two drivers in the since the pit stop. Ridout's trying to look round the outside there. No way through past the number 19 of Rocket, but he's closer than he's ever been before as they head down the Wellington Straight. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll be keeping an eye out for the checkered flag and when that's going to be shown. But it's good power once again for Johnny Rocket into Brooklands. What could be the final time. Ridout trying to look for one down the inside. Rocket covers it off. Beautiful defensive driving there from Johnny Rocket. Out of the final corner. What a race this has been this afternoon here at Silverstone National. These two drivers, hard finish to not say that both of them are going to win this race, but there is the checkered flag out for Johnny Rocket. Takes race victory for the first time this season in the OT Publishing Coupe Cup. A great drive from Mark Ridout as well. A second place of the year for Mark Ridout and arguably his best yet.
What a day of racing it has been at Silverstone with the Hyundai Coupe Cup. What an interesting 40-minute race. I was actually quite surprised about the variation in the strategy. At the front, I think most people did the same. The front, 3 of the front 4 going for the relatively, I guess, normally timed pit stop. And you had Luca Staccini going for an extended stint to try and get a bit of offset against the leaders. But what a day of racing. Oh, it's been incredible to watch. And it's so nice to think that, you know, whatever level you are of driving, or however much experience you've got, there probably will be someone in the pack for you to race against. And that's just a really cool thing about the Hyundai Coupe Cup. And thank you, massive thank you to the guys for letting me come down and spend the day with them again. It's incredible to be a part of. There's such a great group of guys to be around. And thank you to Darren as well for giving me a talk around the car and showing me what it actually takes to build a Hyundai Coupe Cup race car from the standard car. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.